Hey everybody, I cannot believe it. We are on the post of my first half marathon, and the crowd goes wild. I have my notes here because I want to make sure I get to everything that I need to get to today. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Please like and subscribe and put a comment so I can know that you were here and that you are here now when you're watching this. And for those of you who come back every week to listen to me and be a part of this awesome Forever Worship community. I'm so glad you're back here and so glad that you are here. If this is a blessing to you, please make sure you share it with somebody else who may enjoy these conversations and tips. Okay, so you can tell from the title that I completed my first half marathon and it was extremely hard but very rewarding. Everybody keeps asking me, "Oh my gosh, how did it feel? How did you do?" It was extremely hard but very very rewarding. The Lord proved himself to me in so many ways during 19 weeks, 20 weeks. It was 20 weeks total, but 19 weeks leading up to the marathon and actually during the marathon. I won't tell you all of it in this particular video because I want to do a series of different things that I learned. But a marathon, for those of you, half marathon, for those of you that do not know, it is 13.2 miles. My goal wasn't speed, my goal was to endure. My husband always told me, even before we decided to do the marathon, to endure. Endure. It's not about how fast you go, it's about enduring. And so my goal was to endure and to finish. So I have come up with, from my reflection, at least five different things that I want to share with you today that helped me learn more about worship and helped me learn more about endurance. And so one of the verses I wanted to share today, a portion of the verse was Ecclesiastes 9 and 11. This is the New Living Translation. And it says, I have observed something else under the sun. The fastest runner doesn't always win the race. The wise sometimes go hungry, and the skillful are not necessarily wealthy. And those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. I also want to read Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Matthew 6 and 6. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. All three of these verses you're going to see reflected in my reflections as I share kind of what I learned about worship and endurance. So here we go. Number one, giving it your all. Giving it your all, whatever that it was. For me, some days it was waking up and choosing to do a strength workout, waking up, choosing to eat something healthy that was going to fuel my body and not make me go into a crash. So, giving it your all, that was part of the giving it your all. And then giving it my all, my personal all. When I started training, and even during the race, sometimes people think that you should be going faster or that you should be going slower or that you should take this path when you're practice running. But I learned early that this was my journey and I have to give it my all. I have to go my speed. I have to push myself the way that I'm going to push myself. I have to go down this path because I feel most comfortable, or I need to go down this path because I feel like I need a challenge. This experience was self reflecting and provided so much confidence in the mere fact that I decided that this was my journey. This was giving it my all. Number two, God is in the details of our lives. So let me tell you this story. He is in the details of our lives. We went to LA for New Year's to visit a friend, and we had never gone to LA before. But it was right in the middle of our training time. And so we were determined that we were either going to train in the gym or go outside. We looked at the weather. The weather said that it was not going to rain. And so we went to this park. Daraje was very intentional, my husband, on choosing a park that he thought would be beautiful scenery. Even though when we got there, it was just like this same little track over and over again. And that particular day, it was a Saturday, and I was doing my longest run that I had ever done, which was 6.2 miles, which seems like nothing right now, but it was 6.2 miles. And y'all, we got out there. As soon as we got out there, it started to sprinkle. Okay, I can handle a little sprinkle, no problem. But I got a mile and a half in and it starts pouring. I mean, it is pouring. And then because this is a small track, I have to go around the track, I think like 42 times. And I hadn't even really got deep into the run. And so I kept praying, Lord, can you just let the rain stop? Can you let the rain stop? So I can finish this in not as much dread. I want y'all to know the Lord did not answer my prayer request. I ran the entire 6.2 miles. My husband ran with me in the rain. And as soon as I finished, my watch said workout complete. Y'all, it stopped raining and the sun came out. What? Are you kidding, God? What are you trying to show me? Then here comes the race day, and race day, it was supposed to rain all day, 100% chance of rain. And I was like, Lord, I know I trained for this because I remember LA. I know I trained for this because I remember running around in my neighborhood and it would rain and I would just keep going. I refused to stop running in LA because I was already wet. And I was like, I gotta finish. I don't want to stop, get in the car, and then go to a gym. I just gotta finish this. Rain is okay. I'm just getting wet. But on race day, it was supposed to be 100% chance of rain starting at 6 a.m. The race, well, first it was going to start at 4 a.m. Then it changed, it started at 6 a.m. And we're out there, and I'm like, the race is supposed to start at, I think, 6:30. And we were praying. We was like, Lord, we don't mind the overcast. Can you hold back the rain? Y'all, we're out there at 6 o'clock, and it did not rain. It did not rain. The Lord held back the rain up until I got to the 8.5 miler and marker. And then it started to rain. And it rained for like maybe 10 minutes. And then it got clear again. So when it started to rain, I say that God is in the details of our lives because I didn't realize that in LA, me choosing to endure, even, oh, come on here, me choosing to endure even when he did not answer and give me what I wanted. He was conditioning me for what was going to happen on race day. Because had it been any other time before I started training for a half marathon, if it starts raining, oh, the workout, it's canceled, let's go. But he was conditioning me. He's in the details of our lives, conditioning us for things to come before they come. And it was such a great reminder of how much Jesus loves us, how much God loves us because he's in the details of our lives. Okay, I'm going to try to keep going because I get excited. When I tell you I have learned so much about myself, I received so many messages and revelations from this experience. It can't be compared. So, this is the other thing. The third thing that I learned is that beautiful things grow from dark, hidden places. And I already read Galatians 6 and 9, and how that talked about not being weary in doing well, in well doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. But beautiful things grow from dark, hidden places. And so when I was training for the half marathon, I would go to bed early and wake up early in the morning when the sun had not had an opportunity to rise yet. I was up, hitting the pavement, walking, running in the dark. And what came out of that was me finishing the race, finishing the race with some amazing, beautiful people, beautiful friends. And had I not prepared in the dark, when nobody was clapping, when no one was cheering, of course, my husband was a great support, my family, my friends, but they weren't always out there running with me. So I had to push myself in the dark, knowing that the deposits that I was making was going to bring forth a win, bring forth a strong finish on race day. And I think about that often, about how we plant seed, and when a seed goes into the ground, it stays in the dark. We're not able to benefit from the fruit of what will come from that seed. But oh, I'm getting excited just because you don't see the growth happening, just because you don't see the deposits that you made coming forth, it does not mean that there isn't something going on in the dark, hidden places. When you're in your prayer closet, when you're seeking the Lord and you're wondering when it's going to be your season, continue to seek Him, because you're being created, you're being made in the dark, hidden places. That seed continues to grow. As long as it is in the ground, it will take root. And so I'm excited because through this experience, I learned that there's such a beauty in the dark and hidden places. I think nowadays, a lot of people are concerned with the platform and with the titles and their names being called. But I'm getting excited about the hidden places of God, the secret places of God, where it's just me and Him and worship and my song and His word. That's what excited me and ignited me from this experience. It really put into perspective the things that I had been doing in my life, and how the Lord wanted to shift me into some other areas. So, woo, I could have did a whole YouTube video on those first two, okay? But I pray this is blessing you as much as it blessed me. The fourth thing I learned is, when you practice, you will be ready when you need it the most. And so, as I shared, it was 20 weeks leading up to the race. And so, 19 weeks, 3 days running, and then it was 3 days of circuit, and then I was stretch and rest. I can remember so vividly when I did my first 11 miles and how much pain I had. No, excuse me, it was 12 miles, how much pain I had. I had never did 13.2 miles before race day. I had only did 12 miles, but I remember it took me like 4 days to recuperate from those 12 miles. But I had to stop, like, I think twice. I did it on the treadmill. I was on the treadmill for, I think, 3 hours. Yes, yes, I'm a slower runner right now. Right now, but I'm on the treadmill, and I had to stop like maybe 2 or 3 times. And afterwards, my body took a little while to recuperate. And that was only 12 miles. So I was nervous on race day, because now we're adding a whole another mile, and a mile, yeah, another mile to that 12 mile and 2 tenths to that 12 mile. And what I learned about worship and endurance is that when you practice, you'll be ready, and when you need it the most, it will show up for you. And so I hit the 12-mile mark. I didn't stop. I got to, I didn't give up. I hit the 13.2, and that's when I actually stopped and it was finished. We can find this in our faith, reading our word, praying, worshiping the Lord, practicing, becoming a more skilled person, becoming a student of His word. Um, we're practicing His presence, learning His voice, hearing His voice. And when we need it the most, He shows up. And so that's one other thing I learned. And I love that. I love this for me. I'm sharing this in hopes that maybe it will inspire you to do something different, to experience the joy of the Lord in your life, to experience His presence, to experience His power. Okay, I have two more things that I learned. I learned that being open to new experiences will give you opportunities for new relationships. I'm so thankful that this new experience helped me to build relationships even more so with my husband, with my family, with my friends. I'm so thankful for even the new friendships that came out of this particular experience. Um, so much so that after the race, two of the girlfriends, yeah, they had to help me take off my socks and shoes because I was so tired. And I was like, oh, this is true sisterhood right here. But I'm so thankful that this opportunity brought so many friendships, and I was able to get to know people, even people that's already been in my life. I was able to get to know them on so many levels. And you all know who you are. Y'all were sending me text messages during the race, even though I couldn't respond. You all were watching, seeing where I was on the different mile markers. I just appreciate you all so, so, so very much. And the final thing, I think, nope, I have. Nope, yep, this is the final one thing that I learned. When you hurt, it's okay to pause, reset, but keep going if you believe you can. So when you hurt, it's okay to pause and reset, but keep going if you believe that you can. During the 13.2, I got this crazy cramp. First, it was in my left calf, and then it seemed like it jumped up to my thigh. Then it seemed like it jumped up to my groin area. When it got to my groin, I was like, I gotta stop. So I stopped and stretched. I filled up my water, and I had to. I'm gonna show y'all the containers later and everything I used, but and then I kept going, and it was such a crazy experience because I wanted to like really race going downhill. The downhill part was one of the last portions of the race. And because of the cramp, I'm like hobbling trying to get down the hill. But you know what? I got down the hill. I got down the hill. Okay. Through this experience, I have gained so much confidence, so much strength. I believe that I can accomplish anything that I put my mind to. I haven't decided on my next goal, but I'm already looking forward to exercising. It has taken me a few weeks for my body to reset, kind of come together. Um, that left leg, it went through, was having difficulty lifting it up, like doing a high knee. So getting in the shower, getting in the bed, it was a whole situation. Going up the steps, oh my gosh, a whole situation. But I am looking forward to my next goal and sharing that with you all in the worshipers community. I want you to know that for the month of June, we are going to do a joy reset. And I want to invite all of you all to be a part of the worshipers community. You don't have to wait till June to be a part of the joy reset. Come on and get you some joy now. The link to join is in the bio. Now, the Joy Reset is for those of you who are part of the suite, the worshiper suite. And in there, I will share my exercise plans that we're going to do, the food that I've eaten, and you'll be able to have kind of some of that accountability and affirmations and joy for a few weeks in there. So go ahead and join. If you don't want to be a part of the worship suite and you just want to connect more with me, please join the community. And then the worshiper suite is actually where transformation takes place. And I'm excited about that. That's going to happen in June and July. But go ahead and join now so you don't miss anything. I've learned on this journey, it's all about the mind. And if I can encourage you and inspire you and provide you with the tools that I use to be successful with my half marathon, even if your goal is to eat healthier or to move more, if I can inspire you and help change your mind, to bring that extra positivity to you when you need it the most, to help you build confidence and gain confidence and live a life of joy, then my mission is complete. I want you to know you don't have to do anything in life alone. And it is my goal to not only help you establish, maybe what you want to do here in life, but make sure that you're doing it with joy as unto the Lord. So if you're watching this, I want to again invite you to the worshipers community. If you're not quite ready to join the worshipers community, I want to encourage you to sing your way back to joy. I have an amazing prayer list and prayer guide. That link is down below as well, and you can sing your way back to joy. Either way, I want you to know that there's nothing that you cannot do if you put your mind to it. I just realized that my curtain is a little off. Random, but it was distracting me as I was finishing talking on this video. Get excited because maybe this could be you next time at your first half marathon. The Lord has shown me so many things about faith and endurance during this process. And I hope that it has been a blessing to you. Look, next week, I'm going to talk more about why was it so hard for me to be consistent right before this half marathon, and some of the struggles that I still have, and some things that I put in place to help overcome those struggles. So I pray that you all have the most amazing rest of your day whenever you're listening to this. Excuse me. Don't forget to connect with me below, like, subscribe, comment, turn your notifications on so you can know when I'll be live next time. Talk to you later.